Hello. So in today's video, I want to read on Julius Malema. We remember very well Julius Malema, man. He's a leader who's fighting for black people. He's a leader who's fighting for racial discrimination, inequality. And once he said, as a EFF, he said that as a EFF, I'm helping our people. It's like I'm into power. You understand? He said like I'm helping my people, which is the people is the black people, right? It's like EFF is not into power, you understand? But the work is doing a beautiful work, even though others can hate Julius Malema and what. But this what we are talking about, you understand? So they will say like, hey, Julius Malema and this, you understand? So he said like that. Now, like I help black people. I want to see the black life going forward. But he said if you put Julius Malema into power, sorry, like this is the church thing. He said if you put him into power, he's going to change your life. He said it. So like now, let me do this. There's other things I'm looking for. Okay, let's go. Let's give him a chance here.
If they can arrest a president of a following the law of the world, who are we?
In fact, if they can, now USA, they arrest the president, just imagine, of the, yeah? They arrest the president of this country. So who are we as a black people? Who are you as Julius Malema? But there's a big message he wants to share. Let's give him a chance.
We are ready for them. We must never ever be shaken by a court that is informed by hatred, that is informed by politics of Afriforum. Afriforum is nothing. They must pray that the EFF must never be a government in South Africa, because the day the EFF becomes a government in South Africa, we're going to lock up all Afriforum members.
That's what he said. The question is, let me ask you, you are watching this video. Do you want EFF to arrest Afriforum? Afriforum is spreading lies about this genocide in South Africa. You all get that. It's all about this genocide in South Africa, this and this. In your country, that broke the relationship between USA and South Africa. And we see like every time South Africa, we have a high crime. And if you're watching this, I'm saying like as a black child, and you can see how Afriforum is behaving in your own country. What is your thoughts based on that? No, that's a question. So like what is your thoughts based on that? What is your thoughts?
Because they are terrorists, because they are anti-South Africa, they undermine our country and its freedom and its constitution. That's why they established Orania. When the constitution says we must come together, they continue to want to stay alone in isolation of black people. We are not the ANC. We are not scared of Afriforum. Fighters, the law of this country will prevail against racism. No racism can prevail over the law. Any ruling
So it's a thing like if we put Julius Malema into power, come on. I was saying like if like Julius Malema is becoming to power, because I remember there's a part where like it says going to build Orania, it's going to build RDPs in Orania. So for him to for Julius Malema to be into power, he needs your votes. But maybe if the person say like, nah, I don't like what Afriforum is doing because of he say he must pray. They try all they do to take away Julius Malema from us. They try the way to take this man from us. They done everything to make sure Julius Malema, they take him from us. That's where the problem started. So like, no, we cannot allow that. We cannot allow someone who speaks the truth. Let's go.
We are ready for them. We must never, ever be shaken by a court that is informed by hatred, that is informed by politics.
Just imagine if they take Julius Malema. Who are you? If they take Julius Malema, who are you? Yeah. If like they take Julius Malema, dog, you are nothing. You are nothing. If like they can arrest Julius in front of our eyes, man, that is the end of the road. That is what I'm saying. We need to stand up.
Of Afriforum. Afriforum is nothing. They must pray that the EFF must never be a government in South Africa. Because the day the EFF becomes a...
The day you voted for Afriforum, that will be the end. That will be the end of Afriforum. So there's a time where like Julius Malema was talking about, I don't know if you know. If you know, please subscribe there. Julius Malema said I'm going to build Julius Malema. Sorry, this is a beautiful Julius Malema build RDP in Orania. So that means when we vote Julius Malema into power, we won't have those RDPs. You see, so this like when we take power, when we talk about Orania, you won't see any RDP by Orania. You understand? But people is like, okay, you know. But then there's something I'm looking for. I'm hungry, man. Very hungry. Good. Let's give Julius Malema a chance to speak.
It's an apartheid project.
Yeah? It's an apartheid project. Look, this guy saying here. He said, this clan is obsessed with Africanness. He wish all this soul was one, or he wants to be with one. Make Orania cause. No, it's not about equality. It's not about being in. It's not about. It's about being one, right? You will never come here and isolate ourselves in our own country. We cannot do that. Yeah, too. You cannot come here and isolate us in our own country, right? That's what Julius Malema is doing. This we are counting down, so we are building RDPs. After we have enough money, we'll get a stand to build my house in Orania. There must be a fresh air there. These guys love the, very true. He really wants to be white. Malema is a moron. Apartheid means living separately. That's not wrong to choose to live separated from other cultures. It's wrong to force people to live together. Choose not. It's not. If I want to live in Orania, based on our constitution, I can do so. Right? Whether you like it, don't like it. If based on the law of this country, if I want to live in Orania, I can do so. I can say like, man, I'm thinking to stay in Orania. You can do so. So like, man, I want to stay in Orania now. You can go to stay in Orania. This is a freedom. You understand? So it's not about that.
And Freedom Front leaders were actually played an active role in apartheid. And the Freedom Front still advocates for Afrikanerdom, where there will be a state of Afrikaners. That's why they say we're fighting for self-determination. That's Freedom Front wanting an exclusive place of Afrikaners. How do you relate?
And I've been saying about what is this? The one of Hunevart, man. Now that one I don't. It's like that one of Hunevart. Now I don't know. It doesn't go along with my blood. I tried to make it understand, but I was like, doesn't go along with my blood. Don't lie. You understand? There's what freedom plus something like that. So he said, like, we are going to build RDPs in Orania. And like these people are commenting. So like, Julius Malema, you're obsolete. Afrikaners, Julius Malema, he wants to be African, something like that. They say that. He said, like, I'm not. We are just fixing the country. Yeah? Nothing much. Julius Malema is just fixing the country. That land is private owned, so you can't just go to be like that. It's not. How? People live where they want to live. How? Yeah? Show us the got 9% election. He talks about it can work. A town that you don't understand is about that land. I go build myself a nice shack, put up and backyard. No court will chase me out, according to the clown. This man is a really big dreamer. Why he must go to buy his own land and build his reputation homes there? No. They can say things, like during apartheid, if you don't know. During apartheid, they were saying, they were saying like, we're not going to be governed by black, what. What is happening like now? Yeah? What is happening now? Government power, even though others they don't follow. Even others they don't follow that. You understand? The thing of like, what is this? That's my business.
Like Orania. How do you relate with such people? And we had made a commitment that if we win elections, we're actually going to build RDP houses.
Yes, yes. I want RDP. I want to say that we are going to stay together, man. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of just imagine, dog. Sherry. Dog, Sherry. Just imagine sharing a place, dog. Sharing, learning, Dutch culture. Learning, Baba. So EFF said we are going to build RDPs. You know, but those one who are those people are going to say like, no, me or never, you know. It's okay. But when us, we put Julius Malema into power. See, like Orania is going to be RDPs. Afriforum, he said he's going to arrest them when he's into power. He said that we all listening to that. He said, I'm going to arrest Afriforum members, Julius Malema, when he's into power. They want to take our leader from us. Just the margin. They want to take our leader from us. And he will never allow it. Julius Malema. So like, let's go ahead. Listen to the next president of this country, Julius Malema. Oh my God. When I say let's go to listen to the next president of this country, people, they are shaky, man. People, they are shaky. Let me see.
In Orania. And put our, it's the only way we can take our people there. We put sanitation, we put electricity, roads, we build schools, allow people to build shopping complexes, clinics, and then from there say, come, those who want to houses in Orania, come and stay here. No one can chase them away. No court will allow them to remove those people. That's how you de-racialize that particular place.
Yeah, because of I understand, because of that place, man, is against the law of this country. You understand? That thing, like it violates the section 234. It's 2 if I don't remember where you can search. Let me search in HTTP. What the Orania violate South African Constitution? What is that section again? Orania. There's a section that does not comply with in South Africa. You know, like there's section 234, something like 234 about self-determination. It's orange. I said Orania. Yeah, but people just think like we are our sisters. We forget. We are not our sisters. We are not. Give me that section 234, the one that Orania does not comply with about self-determination in South Africa based on our laws. We have laws in this country. We have laws. Let me see, it's going to give me the right thing I want. Yeah, section 2. Good, yeah, this one. Section 235, the right of South Africa, people who has wholly self-determination and manifested these constitutions. So educate people about Orania and this section. what's wrong. People are saying like it does not comply. Orania is illegal. Explain it to people, to my views. And we are discussing. We are discussing. I don't want people to come here emotional. So Orania is a town in South Africa where most Africans live. The community designed to preserve their culture and language. We have our own. It has its own local government rules above the law. This section people talk about section 235. This section self-determination. Say communities can have cultural determination in South Africa, but cannot break away or make law that goes against the constitution. Basically, preserve your own culture, but you cannot create a mini country in national laws. You see? You can preserve your culture, but you don't have to break the laws of this country. Why people say Orania may not comply? Orania says policies are excluded based on the race or culture, which can conflict with the constitution, equality, and non-discrimination rules, section 9 and 10. Section 235 allows cultural self-determination, but within the law, not a separate legal entity, like what's happening in Orania. People say like, yeah, people say like, hey, and this, whatever they're saying, right? Let's go like this. Orania sometimes called illegal. Orania is in sometimes called illegal discussion because of its rules limited. We can live there, and some see they're not fully following the national constitutions. It's like you can live here, you are not allowed to live here, you are not allowed to live here. It's a thing like that. So like, hey, you are not allowed to live here. Hey, you are not allowed to live here. You understand? Let's see. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. People for it's like Orania is this and this and this and this. Then Malema is going to deal with
every city you see
was created apartheid but was built by black people. I want to focus on that. Right? Yes, was built by apartheid, but who were putting the work? Who were putting the work? Yes, every city built by apartheid, but who were putting the work? I want us to talk about it.
There is no single city that was created by democracy. For the past 30 years, they've never done a town. Nothing. What they do, they identify a bush. They love bushes. I don't know, Comrade Carl, is it because you are in the bushes all the time? They love bushes. They go and look for a bush away from where people stay and build RDP houses.
So like that means they separate. Who build those RDPs? Because they love bush. They find a bush and create like this is where black people are going to stay. We want them to stay. We don't want them somewhere else. We want them to stay there.
And say, no, come and stay here. Why do you take us away from where the resources are? There is already road here. There is water here. There's electricity here. A person takes people to the bush and give them RDP houses. And our people are clapping hands. But they forget that it was them who were marching during apartheid saying, we don't want matchbox houses. Today, they are given Western matchbox houses. They clap hands.
Match is what? Something like that, matchbox or something like that. So, EFF is there to fight for black child. You know? EFF is there to fight for a black child, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. You understand? It's fighting for you. And just imagine if we put EFF into power. Just imagine if we put EFF into power, what will happen? We are going to able to live the best life.
The definition of a house means that it must have a flushing toilet inside. If it doesn't have a flushing toilet, it's not a house. It's a glorified mukuku. It's not a house. It's a glorified shack. Because only a shack will not have inside toilet. I've never walked into any shack, they say, this shack has got an in-suit. I've never seen anything like that. So why do you call this thing a house and call this one a shack? What is the difference? The difference is that here you did not use a corrugated iron. You used some mamparastina. Every city you see was created
by apartheid. Now I can say they can hate Julius Malema. You know? Now like I said with pride, they can hate Julius Malema, but this is what we hope we only have as a let's get this one.
See, those guys who are working on your eyes are doing a good job because there's some improvement. President, it is leadership to admit when you have made a mistake. You can't come here and say you never promised the people of Alexander 1 million houses.
Correction start.
You said so. You said you are going to build 1 million houses for the people of Alexander. And knowing you being a legally trained person, like you said, you are not an illiterate who just speaks without knowing what he's speaking about. And being a president, before you take a stage, your back office would have given you the necessary information which is relevant to this place where you are. So it is important that today you admit that you made a mistake, because those people are dying. Some of them stayed at Stweetla, and as a result, that land is not for human settlement. And when you created that impression, a lot of expectation was made. We're dealing with human beings here who've got feelings. And when the president speaks, they've got their expectation, high, because they know it's not a lesser authority speaking. Our fighter was killed, Moshe Mphatlele, in Alexander, fighting for people to occupy the containers, rightful people to occupy the containers. Because of that daily struggle of housing in Alex, now we've lost our honorary commissar during the battle for occupation of these containers. In his honor, and in the honor of the...
Bye.